supposed to be, the one is supposed to be really fun. They're making it into a Netflix series.
I've been reading this great quote.
Which one? I'm a book nerd.
You think you make up, it's not reality.
Right.
Right? So it's just a way that talks about the ego and...
How you sleep?
Good. I've been up since 4, so...
Really?
Oh, yeah. I guess 3 our time.
We're gonna go over to the classroom, a couple hours, and then we'll be back here the rest of the week.
Effective Fitness Combatives heads to Austin, Texas, where a journey begins for a group of dedicated law enforcement officers ready to enhance their skills and abilities with EFC. At EFC, our mission is to provide effective solutions for law enforcement by utilizing the principles, concepts, and techniques of jiu-jitsu, wrestling, and striking integrated with weapons into the environment of policing. This week, our cadre team is at the Texas Department of Public Safety Training Facility with over 50 law enforcement officers from 26 different agencies.
2015. Prior to that, I was exercise physiology and bio major in college. I've been training jiu-jitsu since about 2006 or 2007. So
I'm here to get you guys better and change the game for law enforcement. Make it better, make you guys more efficient, make you guys more confident. You know, the goal is to take you from today, Monday, to Friday, to make you guys better cops. That's it.
I am the medical director for Central Texas Regional SWAT. I spent 32 years in the military, 17 as a SOF operator, and then 15 back in SOF as a physician doing direct support for the Tier 1 SMUs.
How do we build skills that are gonna work in the street? And then what is the difference between what we do in the gym versus on the street? And there's this gap. And we all think that, hey, the quickest way to build your skills, guys, is to find a jiu-jitsu gym and join. For sure.
Yeah,
one of those.
That's what I mean, so I think we can probably lift that. That's Brian. I need a good stance. He's gonna grab a hold of my wrist. However, I break the grip. Okay, same side grip. We're gonna do the first one. I'm like this. I'm playing it. Grabs you, he's giving you the angle. Yes. I'm gonna just settle in and see where I need to go to. From off the thumb, 45, off the A pillar, above 9 o'clock. Bring the arm across. Like 2-on-1. I like to full push. Now I'm right back into my one. If he grabs across with just one hand, he's already giving me the angle. So I'm just gonna take that angle. I saw the shortcoming in myself early in my career, early 2000s, and decided to start training myself. And then as I started training myself, I got sent to a defensive tactics instructor school called PPCT. I really then started seeing the shortcomings of training in law enforcement versus the MMA training, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu training that I was taking part in. So I really started to take a deep dive in how I could make the profession better through training. So I'm gonna be in one of two places. I wanna win the elbow and be outside him, okay? Which I do with, so my head's inside. If he goes to punch me with a hand, I change my levels and I move.
I've been play wide receiver my last 2 years.
This grip here, it's creating a good angle and opportunity for me to get that connection, all right? But I can't just get the connection and try to force him into it. Even if I can't circle off that grip, I can still basically make this move work.
My name is Dylan Royce. I'm a lead instructor with Effective Fitness Combatives. I'm a full-time police officer at Radnor Township, and that's in Delaware County, Pennsylvania. I've been there for 9 years now. And my Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu experience for self-defense training consists of 16 years Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I'm a second-degree black belt and full-time active competitor as well. And focus on forward shifting him up, okay? So I'm gonna explain that in a second, because you're not the only one that happened. Your best not to get put on your back, right? As soon as you can start cutting that angle to fall more onto your hip and shoulder, it's gonna be hard for him to flatten you. Same every time, but
you're like letting them go and then you
yeah, exactly. Like so much, because he's so low to the ground, because his base is so good, there does wind up being like some growing pains with it, right?
Guys, when we're not aware of what can happen, or we call them peripheral distractions or peripheral dangers, right? The difference between they're going to be, right? So we got a couple of them. The first one's going to be hip escape. A lot of you guys train, right? Do the hip escape. Knowing how to do something, and knowing how to hook, because he doesn't want to. I'm going to level change and come down and touch our person, right? Just do not throw a punch. All right, go. Right there. All right, let's give it a try. Ready? 1, 2. Close to the ground. All they have to do is step into the other corner. Yeah. Essentially, we're going to lead with it both. Maybe he grabs with 2 hands, 2. Right here, I can circle out and go to the elbow. I can put them both in, right? Go to the elbow.
I'm Matt Secor. I'm one of the lead cadre for the Effective Fitness Combatives. I'm a 3rd degree black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I think the challenges that law enforcement officers are having with training comes from municipalities not giving them the platform to train. Training is one of the #1 things that's neglected in a department. One of the first things that's neglected in a department. And the way to change that is to change the standard, make training mandatory. So I'm gonna do what they call transfer teaching to you, okay? It's a big deal for you to teach, because so hook, make your position, get the Achilles tendon. Just know in jiu-jitsu, don't stray away from something that you're bad at because you're like, I don't like that style. You don't like that style for a certain reason. Now, 2 on the 3rd one, 3, this leg's kicking, this leg's pushing. Right here, I sweep over.
Fighting over the gun or whatever, as soon as you start thinking, I'm pulling it back to me, that's when you're instant. As soon as I just said that, I went on my heels. So just think of the concept of I'm pulling myself towards what I'm doing, not pulling it towards me. And what I figured out was when I'm balled up like this, right? If you're gonna lay on the ground and roll, you're not gonna be balled up to roll, right? You're gonna be straight. My name is Mike Simpson. I'm an emergency medicine physician in Texas. I retired from the United States Army in 2016 after a 32-year career in the SOF community. I spent 17 years as an operator, both in Ranger Regiment and in Special Forces, and went on to be medical support in a direct support role to a Tier 1 Special Mission Unit back in the SOF community.
A big concern when we saw how many people were in the class, because you never know what that's going to be like, and the more can be terrible.
2, but I would prefer that you only use 1. So you can do it like this. And then I'm going to turn there. Or if it's like this, I'm going to split, wait for him to do something with this arm.
Horizontally, I'm going to turn the chin. How I turn the chin is going to be the eyebrow, not the chin. It's going to make it work. So if I pass your knee line on both sides, I'm past your hips. If I pass so when he comes here and he goes to shin, I'm going to pull my toes to my shin. So when he comes to lift me, my foot's just going to come. So see how it...
Tomorrow morning we'll come in, we'll break you guys up into groups of probably 5, probably 10 to 5.
Hey guys, Matt here. Just got done teaching the first day in Austin, Texas. Now we're gonna go get some training in tonight.
I was gonna say, Jesus Christ.
I only drink a little bit at night.
Let's do it.
The top of the thigh. Yeah. As they come up. So that because if he doesn't, then I guess I'm not in danger of having the back take down. But you can't do that All right, just was he prefacing this like Matt can just finish the butterfly? Just post and start to move a little bit. So now it's like you start to square up with me. You know, like just a little safer like entry because it's not as telegraphed, right? Like.
Thank you.
Okay, yeah.
That's what I was starting to tell him. I'm from Ohio.
So I'm from Buffalo.
Like the first sequence.
For me, it's more like how they prepare. What are they eating in competition? Like how are they?
Might minimize that, but you can usually make some sort of adjustment to that. Now when he drives back in, now.
Your head, spread your feet.
For this guy. So gravity's in effect here, and that's without him even turning his hips and coming into me with a hip. So we don't like hands here. We do like hands here for the guys that cup from like a forearm wedge across the line of his hips, just so I have a barrier so that if he's trying to drive in and put pressure and follow me here, I can kind of constantly create some space. Okay, now the structure of my arm is longer than his range of motion, and I'm doubling it up here so I'm able to catch. So not only am I alleviating the danger here from the strike, so once we alleviate that head off the midline, it's going to force his body combination.
I'm gonna look the way I'm going. My hips are gonna come up, just like this. I'm gonna hit right to his hips, right up and out.
Like, I'm in bottom side control, and this guy's been outclassing me all day. I just want to get away from him and try to go to my tools.
I just slide it right to the calf. So if he's going to do a basic wrestling stand-up, I want to take your left arm away. Parallel to his head, it's like a crowbar. Right? My same side shoulder now has to pin. Basically between his elbow and ribs. So if the arm's already open like this, you could always like level change, basically penetrate through and connect your hands. Front of the knee here, and basically as I'm starting to move here, pull it down and away, and I'll shoot my pelvis on the knuckle. It could be like cross-stepping, now look, right? So you have to kind of bait the guy. You have to elicit that reaction of the arms coming away from the...
Kneeling handcuffing, when you got them across the feet,
Okay.
and uncross your feet and cross them again the other way. I didn't think about that though.
Slows things down.
Yeah.
Harry Black's barbecue amazing after a hard day of training. Or eat before you go train again. Everything's bigger.
How was it?
Amazing. The brisket here melts me mouth.
How was it?
Phenomenal barbecue.
What do you think?
About as good as I expected. It's a big mistake eating as much meat though. Me and Matt are gonna be sweating out meat in training. Be safe. Enjoy training tonight. Lana stopped by and then I was already like pretty flat, so I couldn't scissor my hips really to get like.
We just left Henzo Gracie Austin, got some gear, got some rolls. It was great. Awesome hospitality. Thank you, Jason.
Did the new wave class at Henzo Gracie Austin. Jason, hospitality was amazing as always. Good rolls.
Dude, both.
Day 3, Austin, Texas.
Do you know what a true leader is? Building another leader.
Yeah, or trying to build people better than you.
Not even better than you, just building leaders. Building people that can fucking lead other people. And you should want people to be better than you. That's what I want.
Savage, stayed late.
They should have rolled in there with like a case of it. And just
Air drying again.
Jiffy's about as good as a fucking clear belt.
No person that comes in takes one of those responsibilities away. And just slowly take the responsibility away. The only thing I mentioned, Gary, where does he go? To the legs. He's not doing a takedown. He's just anchoring. Hey, I can tuck my elbow, bring my knee. But my pressure is straight down. Okay? If I wanted down on him, get on your toes. Just lift, drive. Build up to your base. It's very difficult to build up to his base even without somebody there, right? I'll show you how to go into the figure 4 and grab like
Back to the bars. So whenever we bring out a compliant or whenever we have somebody walk out.
grab your roll knee bar. When I spin to the back out, I just skate.
But the pelvis, if it's 2,000 newtons and 450 pounds of force to break a pelvis, do you think the human skull is more or less?
Yeah, so say like I get my daughter.
Okay. You can set the guy down from here. I have so much control from this position. Look. Okay. Sometimes I usually just grab like this from the start, right? So I don't even transfer. I don't even rotate my hand. I'm already here. But this isn't wrong. It's just you don't want to let go. Now it's like this. There's a little detail, but it's like it's not gonna be hard for you to get.
Thank you again for doing what you do. If there's anything that DPS can do, let Lieutenant Sonderman know, let me know, let the A-Chief know, let Captain Jordan know, let us know. If we can do something better, we're not ashamed to incorporate that in our training. Why train if you're afraid to get criticism on how to do it better, right? Y'all are the reason we're going to get there. Lieutenant Sonderman, thank you. Captain Nelson, thank you. You guys are a vital part of the progress that we're going to continue to make for this agency and the people that we serve. 4 easy words for DPS, y'all. Protect and serve Texas. It's that easy. And we do that with all of our heart and with a full intention on getting it right every time. And when we don't, we learn from it and we get better. I love to have y'all on the team, and I appreciate the work that you do. Please let us know as a family where we can do better. And thank you guys for your service. It's a pleasure. Thank you.
pressure on his spine and wearing him down. Now, when you guys take mats back, the reason it's so hard to stop them.
Here, the transition's right here, right back. You can't do anything because if I stay right here, one, they're gonna body lock me. If they body lock me, or they come to that single ride, it's not good.
Guy that you have that's in the class to roll with. Some like artistic men have like super good handwriting. Rolls it and stays in front of me, right? Maybe I'm cutting his arms, maybe I'm switching hands. I'm gonna direct with pressure his arm to his body. And now I'm behind the elbow.
Left, left, left.
The most common form of extractions are actually just controlled stops. Make sure they talk to your students about when we actually are doing the abstract or the pin man's head to the headrest. That allows me to get a good search on his person. Make sure. Right. Now Dylan can work the seatbelt. Solid knee grip on his pants and yank the leg through. Sure. Now maybe I should. Distance to get to the firearm. They were stabbed an average of 6.5 times.
I gotta say this is probably the most, I would say the most modern, most effective system that I've seen and been able to go to out here. And I've been, like Doc, I've been able to be involved in, you too, been involved with a lot of different systems throughout the years that have been good, but have still been behind.
Some of the biggest takeaways is just affirmation for what we're trying to do within our agency, because we're very content rich, but trying to streamline it now, and we're already in that process, and now you've kind of given us a footprint to kind of model that after.
Oh, fancy devil. This is what it looks like. Wow. Mexican tree climb, some of my favorite.
It's pretty good. I
love Mexican tree climb. Yeah. I had Matt order one.
So you can call your professor.
That's true.
Nothing like leaving taco joint and finishing up a course, and now we're gonna go eat some cupcakes.
That does look good though. Good though.
You will. I'm gonna get a cock and ball.
Thank you, sir.
Hey, what's up guys? We've got a private schedule this morning with Giancarlo Bodani, ADCC champ. It's gonna be awesome, man. He's very knowledgeable, some great instructional, so let's get it.
Yeah.
If I pick the leg, you usually end up in under situation. One of the best is that you can get them circling until eventually I can just tilt. As we do it, pull your head this. I like to shoot over to that side, right? And then from here, I start pulling those hands in. Okay, so it's getting a lot tougher.
We're fucking too tough for everyone. You were in Boston for how long?
Yeah, exactly.
We just wrapped up the private with Giancarlo. It was amazing. The guy's obviously a phenomenal competitor, but he's just as good of a teacher too. So great details that are going to help Matt win West Coast Trials. So we're excited. And we got an awesome tour of the facility, some of the behind the scenes stuff where the magic happens, where all the products are made, the offices. Got our fix with our black rifle for pro training later on. So all in all, good start to the day, man. Let's keep it going. But the gym I teach at in Philly is where
He's the GOAT.
He is the GOAT.
Yeah, and where are you guys based out of?
So EFC is based out of South Carolina. I launched from Florida. He launches from New York. He launches from Philly.
Okay, great. I looked out of 2 out of those 3 places, so I know at least those.
All right, so we're here at Ways to Well. They're infamous recently from being on the Joe Rogan podcast. They have worked with rejuvenative therapy for Joe Rogan, Aaron Rodgers, a lot of the local jiu-jitsu athletes like Will and Ryan, Jim Carlo. So they're very up and coming, awesome people, rejuvenative medicine. So we're gonna go in and get some IV hydration and therapy, get set up for our pro training this afternoon. And yeah, it's been a long week, so we're ready to get healed up and feel better.
Feeling all right. All right, just. Back, okay?
Yeah,
All right.
appreciate it. We'll see you soon.
Bye, guys.
See ya.
Take care.
Guys, thanks for following us so much this week with our behind-the-scenes look at EFC while we taught in Austin. We're wrapping up today with some pro training here at Roca. It's going to be amazing. Room full of killers. If you've liked the content this week, please continue to check us out, subscribe, follow along our journey, and continue to grow with us.